Hello everyone. I am coming to you on this wonderful Sunday morning to talk about a couple of things. As you noted from the caption on this video, I'm going to be talking about Step Up Scholastic, and I'm going to be talking about hashtag Freed Black Child. That's FREAD, Black Child. I put some links at the top, so I'll be talking about them throughout, but they're also in the caption, and I'll put them in the comments when I'm done. And I also have notes because I want to make sure I hit everything. And it's been a while since I did a live video, so hopefully I don't stutter too much. So those who have been following me or know anything about some of the work that I've been doing a lot of work around children's literature and representation in children's literature for a couple of years, starting with helping sound the alarm around the book A Birthday Cake for George Washington a couple of summers ago, which was, as I like to refer to it, hashtag slavery with a smile, something we see quite often in children's literature, which is a glossing over of the real realities of slavery in children's literature. Hey, Ronnie. And so, I started working with a lot of folks that do work in children's literature around that issue. Daniel Jose Older, Debbie Reese, Teaching for Change, a bunch of other folks. And out of that, along with the American Indians in children's literature and Teaching for Change, we launched Step Up Scholastic a couple of years ago, which was really about calling attention to the unfettered and unprecedented access to schools and school children that Scholastic has via their book fairs that they hold. I don't know about y'all, but when I was a kid, Scholastic Book Fair Day was a great day, and it was a lot of fun to do. Some statistics for you, so you just kind of understand the scope of this issue. Around 50% of all children enrolled in our public schools in the United States are children of color or indigenous children. So that's half of all of the students that are in all of our public schools are of color or identify as non-white. Now, on the publishing side of children's literature, only 14%, that's right, 14% of children's books published each year are by authors of color and center children of color or stories that would relate to children of color. Scholastic is no exception to that. And so we've seen lots of different issues with the way that Scholastic operates. One of the things that happened just a few weeks ago, last month, was as part of their Scholastic's Rookie Biography series, they had a book called President Donald Trump. I'm going to read you a little excerpt from one of the poems that was included in this biography. His buildings reached into the sky. His businesses just grew and grew. Then Trump became our president. People wanted something new. This is what's being given to our children by Scholastic. And so I just wanted to call attention to a few of those things. There's actually a link that Teaching for Change has done as part of the Step Up Scholastic campaign to have people speak out against this kind of propaganda being pushed to our school children via books and poems like this. And so along those lines, obviously for Black children, ensuring that they have access to books that look like them, that sound like them, that have lived experiences like them is really, really important. It's also important that our kids see books that reinforce their humanity and not glorify those that consistently work against them. So that brings me to the second part. I talked about Step Up Scholastic. The second part of this is to call attention to a new campaign from my amazing sister, Dr. Ronnie Dean Burren. She's listening right now. Shout out to her, who has launched the Freed Black Child summer reading campaign. And if you don't know who Ronnie is, she's an educator, an agitator, an activist. She is really passionate about children, about reading, especially for Black children. And so she put together this amazing summer reading list and wish list for people to purchase books for Black children, especially in Houston where she is, that affirm the lived experiences of Black children. A few things about the list. It has titles that cover books all the way from pre-kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. So there's lots of different things to choose from. It's really easy. It's just a link. I have it at the very top of the caption here. You put a few books, 1, 2, 3, 5 is even better, into your cart and press purchase, and they'll get sent and distributed. I'm really excited about this. I also noted that there's quite a few books about immigration on this list, which I think is really critical at this time where so many people in our nation are talking about immigration, obviously fighting against the xenophobic, white supremacist policies of this administration. And I think it's really important that Black children not only see these stories of immigrants as liberatory stories, but also to know that, hi, there's Black immigrants. So this is not a story or a concept that should be separate from their own experiences. So a few titles that I really appreciated, I'll just shout them out really quick, is Two Miserable Presidents, Everything Your School Books Didn't Teach You About the Civil War. Now, that sounds really interesting. It talks specifically in language that children can understand about things like what role did cotton play in the Civil War? And the horrors of both slavery and the battlefield are very clear to children in this book. I'm really excited for folks to get that one. Another one that's really good is the Port Chicago 50, Disaster, Mutiny, and the Fight for Civil Rights, which details the prejudices that Black people face in our armed forces during World War II. Again, these are bits of our own history that our children are not getting in school. And so Ronnie is really taking it upon herself to help and understand that we can get this information into the hands of children ourselves, because we don't do it, nobody else will. And the last one I'll mention is called Strange Fruit, Billie Holiday and the Power of a Protest Song, which talks all about the story of the song Strange Fruit, how it started as a poem, moved into a song, and then became a rallying cry and a protest song around the country. So here's my challenge to everybody listening to this. One, obviously, click that Read Black Child wish list link and send a few books to help Ronnie in this amazing endeavor for this summer. Share this video, add your own text when you share it, and ask others to donate as well. Be sure that you post this, especially in all of your mommy groups, because I know there's lots of them. I hear all of you talking about them. So please make sure that you share the video in there. Sign on to both the Step Up Scholastic campaigns. They're both linked at the top. And then this last thing is really important, is talk to your in real life friends about this campaign. Talk to your coworkers, talk to your church congregants, talk to the people that you see in your neighborhood, and let them know, hey, if I think lots of people are out there looking for ways to help, to support Black children and Black organizers. And here's Ronnie with a really easy way for people to get involved and to give back. Last bonus thing that you can do is to create your own video like the one that I'm doing. Let your friends know why this is important to you, and shout out a few of the books like I did so that they can see the kind of things that they can get on the list. I know that Ronnie also posted the link in the chat as well, but please, please, please give to the Freed Black Child wish list. Encourage other people to do the same, and sign on to the 2 Step Up Scholastic campaigns as well, and share them widely. And I hope y'all have a great Sunday. Bye.